I am going to have to step back and do some gear upgrading between this and the next major section of content, I think.
Another life lost because of my invention. I wish no mention of it had made it into history.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Stupid woman. Always knew the anvil would kill her.
But at least it ends here. I thank you for standing with me, stranger. The anvil waits there for you to shatter it.
It was good to meet you, Paragon. I intend to ensure that your warnings about the golems are heard by the Circle of Magi.
Is there any boon I can grant you for your aid? A final favor before I am freed from my burden?
Well, Algren, you lost Bronca to this. What would you like? I mean, I know we need it. I know we need a king out of this, but it seems only fair we ask Algren first.
Yeah. I don't suppose you can bring Bronca back. Maybe make her a golem like you.
I would not do such a thing to her, even if I could.
Somehow I didn't think so. Well, and I don't want anything that would remind me of this. Best it's just done. There is still the matter of the election. I mean, we still need a paragon to get the assembly support, right?
For the aid you've given me, I shall put hammer to steel one last time, and give you a crown for the king of your choice. There, it is done. Give it to whom you will. I do not wish to hear their names, nor anything more of them. I have already lived far beyond my time. I have no place here.
Well, I will destroy the anvil, as we agreed. Plus, since we know about how the golems are made now, I don't think I'd want to make any more, to be perfectly honest.
You have my eternal thanks, stranger. A trust and I'll turn sharp. May you always find your way in the dark.
Holy shit. Now, to be honest, I did not see that one coming. Him just jumping as the end to this. You see a large stone tablet, chipped with age, with a great number of dwarven runes carved into its surface. Let's have a closer look, then. Appears to be a long list of names, each with the stamp of their houses next to them. You recognize few of the names. At the bottom of the list are the words, "We honor those who have made this sacrifice. Let their names be remembered." Carvings are still deep enough that a tracing could be taken, allowing the information to be carried elsewhere. Interesting. Ogren, what is this? Can you tell?
Names. Long list of dwarves.
I have an idea, but...
We honor who have made this sacrifice. Let their names be remembered. Fart me a lullaby. It's a memorial of all the dwarves who became golems. Has to be. If there was some way of getting this back to the Shaper at Norzamar, I bet they'd brown their trousers and pay good gold for it. Probably both.
More interested in the gold, to be honest, but... yeah, let's take a tracing. Alright. Time for us to head on back.
Well, that pretty much beat the sod out of how I imagined it. You ready to head back yet and share the news?
Yeah. Well, to the assembly then.
Yeah, those Deshirs have been trying to destroy the city for years. Haven't managed yet.
Well, I'd rather not push our luck. Let's go.
Lords of the Assembly, I call for order. This argument gets us nowhere.
Then why these delaying tactics? I call for a vote right now. My father has one living child to assume the Idukan throne. Who would deny him that?
Your father made me swear on his deathbed you would not succeed him.
I apologize for the interruption, Lord Steward, but the Grey Warden has returned.
Well, Warden, what news do you bring?
I bring a crown from Paragon Caradin for his chosen king.
Caradin was trapped in the body of a golem. This warden granted him the mercy he sought, releasing him and destroying the Anvil of the Void. Before he died, Caradin forged a crown for Orzamar's next king, chosen by the ancestors themselves.
I would like to believe Argren's word, but it's well known the Grey Warden is Bhelen's hireling.
Silence! This crown is of Paragon make, and bears House Hortan's ancient seal. Tell us, Warden, whom did Caradin choose?
Well, we are not going to say he asked us to give it to whoever we liked. That would tend to undermine our position, and everyone knows who we've sided with by this point, so no point in trying something like that. And yes, out of character thing, but if you want to at this point, you could totally just backstab whoever it is that you had chosen to side with, and just give it to the other side. So if you decide, no, actually, I mischose, you can turn around and betray them. We're not going to. We chose Bhelen, and I'm sticking to that.
At last, this farce has ended, and I can take my rightful place on my father's throne.
Let the memories find you worthy. First amidst the lords of the houses, the King of Orzammar.
Do you acknowledge me as king?
I cannot defy a paragon. The throne is yours, King Bhelen.
Then as my first act as king, I call for this man's execution.
Yeah,
Guards, seize him!
given Bhelen's approach to politics, I can't say I'm surprised. And honestly, we have no emotional investment in keeping Harrowmont alive or stopping Orzammar from becoming a dictatorship, so yeah.
I will return to my palace to gather my generals and prepare our forces for the surface. I will see you there, Warden. You have my gratitude for all you have done for me.
We're here for getting dwarven troops to help against the Blight. For no other reason.
You have proven yourself and more, Warden. Without your aid, I would not have taken this throne so smoothly or so soon.
You will certainly be a stronger king than Harrowmont.
His name need not pass your lips again. My generals are already preparing for a mission to the surface. When you have need of us, you shall have every able-bodied dwarf in Orzammar. Since you did more than I expected, I offer a personal reward as well. This was a mall favored by my brother Trian. Take it with you, as a reminder of your ties to Orzammar. Now, I have much to do.
Yeah.
If there's nothing else.
Well, I'll return to the surface then. Thank you
Good luck, Warden.
for actually
May
keeping
we
your
both
word.
crush our enemies.
And now, we have some stuff to do before we leave Orzammar. Just a bit. So, first we will be heading off to the Shaperate. Got some deliveries to make. And then a few other bits and bobs.
I was thinking, we've come to know each other fairly well during our time in the Deep Roads. You're bloody fearsome for an elf, and I'm a warrior without a house to defend. Wandering about killing darkspawn with a sodding Grey Warden sounds like just the thing to keep me occupied. So what do you say?
I'd be glad to have you with me, Ogren, honestly.
And glad I am to hear it. You won't regret it.
You can sit around camp and look intimidating while I take Alistair everywhere
Know
instead.
the first thing about making ale? Never mind. You can stop with the glaring. I'll ask him myself.
The throne restored and legends put to rest. Incredible.
It's our friends from the Legion of the Dead. Nice.
If I'd heard it secondhand, I'd have called it a sodding lie. Warden, we've got a king because of you. The rest, impressive, but the Legion is grateful most for restored leadership. It frees us to fight to the Darkspawn properly.
Can I count on you to fight the Blight at my side?
Nay, our place is down here. When you break the Blight, and you've got the skill, we'll make sure they have nowhere to retreat. You'll have us indirectly. That's more than any surfacer can say.
We need you topside. Show the world your skill.
No offense, Warden. You have our respect, but we belong here. Each of the Legion knows our home of death. That is the only way we leave. Best of the vein to you, Grey Warden. Until the stones embrace.
Well, we tried.